Think about your average workday. The routine, the hustle, the grind. You wake up, maybe hit snooze a few times, drag yourself out of bed, feeling the weight of the day ahead. You put on your work uniform, maybe a suit, maybe a polo shirt, maybe a pair of fuzzy bunny slippers if you work from home. Each outfit setting the tone for the day. Point is, you get ready, you go to work, you do your job. But what does that really mean? But what does doing your job actually entail? Is it just about completing tasks? Sure, there are tasks: send emails, attend meetings, file reports, the usual suspects. But what about the other stuff? The stuff they don't put in the job description? The unspoken expectations? Think about it. You plaster on a smile for a grumpy customer even when you're having a bad day yourself. You bite your tongue when a coworker gets on your nerves, maintaining professionalism. You offer words of encouragement to a colleague having a tough day. Sound familiar? It's more common than you think. Yeah, we've all been there. The shared experience of workplace stress. This, my friends, is the hidden world of emotional labor, the silent struggle. It's the often unacknowledged effort we put into managing our emotions and those of others in the workplace. A balancing act. And it's time we start talking about it. Let's bring this hidden labor into the light. So, what is emotional labor exactly? It's like putting on a performance, but instead of singing and dancing, you're managing your feelings and expressions to meet the demands of your job, day in and day out. It's about presenting a certain demeanor, whether you're genuinely feeling it or not. Think about a flight attendant. Their job is to be calm and reassuring, even during turbulence, ensuring passengers feel safe. Or a cashier dealing with a long line of impatient customers. They're expected to be friendly and patient no matter what the situation is. Emotional labor is about regulating these emotions, suppressing negative ones, and amplifying positive ones to maintain a professional environment. And it's something of us do every single day at work, often without even realizing it, making it an invisible yet essential part of our jobs. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal? Isn't being professional just part of having a job? And sure, to some extent, it is. But here's the thing: constant emotional labor can take a toll. Imagine forcing a smile all day, every day. It gets exhausting. This emotional strain can lead to burnout, decreased job satisfaction, and even physical health problems. And the worst part? Emotional labor often goes unnoticed and unrewarded. It's like the invisible workload that nobody wants to talk about. Small's section for emotional labor in action. Let's get real for a second. Emotional labor is something we all experience, but it's often overlooked. Think about a time you had to deal with a difficult client or coworker. It's not just about the work, it's about managing your feelings too. Maybe they were demanding, rude, or just plain unpleasant. It can be exhausting. Did you have to put on a brave face and pretend everything was okay? It's a common scenario. Did you have to regulate your own emotions to avoid a full blown meltdown? This is a crucial skill. That's emotional labor in action. It's a hidden part of many jobs, and it's happening everywhere, in every industry. No one is exempt. From healthcare workers to teachers to salespeople, countless professions require a certain level of emotional regulation. It's essential for success, but here's the kicker: emotional labor often falls disproportionately on women and people of color. This adds another layer of complexity. Think about it. How often are women expected to be nurturing or emotional support in the workplace? It's a societal expectation that needs to be addressed. Section 5: Leading with Empathy. So, what can we do about it? How can we foster an environment where empathy is at the forefront? First, we need to acknowledge that emotional labor exists. It's a crucial part of our daily interactions and workplace dynamics. We need to start talking about it openly and honestly. Conversations about emotional labor should be normalized. Managers, this means creating a workplace culture where employees feel comfortable expressing their emotions and asking for support when they need it. It's about building trust and understanding. It means recognizing and valuing the emotional labor your team puts in every day. This recognition can boost morale and foster a more inclusive environment. And for everyone, it means being mindful of the emotional labor we ask of others. We should be considerate and appreciative of the emotional efforts made by our colleagues. Let's strive to create a workplace where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued for all the work they do, both visible and invisible. This includes emotional contributions. Remember, a little empathy goes a long way. By leading with empathy, we can create a more supportive and productive work environment for everyone.